saying I'm live, but I don't see my camera working. Why is that not? Saying I'm live, but I don't see my camera. Alright. I'm starting this point. Who's just somebody who I believe should be interested. Okay. I'm going to start off by saying my name is Cyan Kelly. I'm a volunteer for Stronghold Leather. Up to Minnesota today. Finalize between I work for and Stronghold Leather. My left is broken, sorry. One of the things that Eric Logan, who is the owner and proprietor of Leather, is in need of an apprentice. Somebody who is going to, before I get any further, speeches. Anyway, he is looking for an apprentice that is going to learn underhand and travel the country vending and working. Vending and working shows, making leather armor on the road, making decisions, pretty much traveling one side of the year. Through Minnesota. And, hold on, now that I'm waiting on somebody to show up. Um, yep, my friend. It might be interesting. I'm going to wait for him to actually tell me he's here before I get into that anymore. Actually, you're smoking, but cigarettes. Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to message him on Twitter. Probably he's back again. So, graphs in here or not. Oh, I said otherwise I'll fail. Oh. It says I have 11. So anyway, apprenticeship. So anyway, if actually Stronghold Leather are more than welcome to Google them. They for festivals, and I know that we are branching out to conventions. We did one a few years ago. We Midwinter Game Gathering in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, years back as well. We do the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. We do Bristol Renaissance. We do California Pleasure Fair. We sometimes do Texas. Actually, it's here in Texas. So do BARF, which is the Bay Area Renaissance Festival in Florida. Beaches. Everyone else knows what you are. My smoke blowing. The job will require travel into these places. He does provide the vehicle. I don't know why I'm saying anything. If anybody wants to know anything, please do it. It's easier to ask questions, so I'm just talking to myself. This. Elder Scrolls. I love Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls. Why? Advanced settings, maybe? People. Well, I haven't asked. I apologize for that. So, hopefully that's fixed now. Hopefully that's in here now. Interested I'll get into talking with oh. Louder if that helps. Or if I do, I don't know if that helps. Apparently he says he's in here and I missed it. It is crappy connection. I apologize for that. I'm actually going to close out the hope I want to close out Twitch chats up a lot of the for me. Check your Twitch chat to see if it helps, but so it does require traveling. It requires traveling pretty much from Florida to California. Be willing to go to every fair, manage every booth, be able to take care of employees, actual leather, and on-site hotel. Sometimes it's in an RV park, sometimes it's campground. Be willing to. You gotta be willing to tent in ground. You know, sleep in a booth without electricity. You gotta be willing to, you know, these things. There is accessible showers, so I don't know if that's an issue. But, crew, if my stream is still having problems, then in YouTube chat, because I would like to close Twitch if that's possible, because it's making my feed. That's my opinion, because to a lot of the internet connection. Leather. We make leather pieces, leather skirts, we make bracers, we make chokers like this one that I'm actually going to take off because after having it out, I don't really wear chokers. They're partnered out on me. Yeah, you got to be able to make the repairs on site. Business decisions, you got to be able to sell. You got to be personable. You got to be social. You just got to be willing to travel. He would actually prefer somebody that lives with their pet to deal with rent or bill. Whatever, you know, you get paid on room and board or your electric bill back at the house that you're not living in, or on a storage unit, whatever. Check Twitch chat again. There. Okay. Anything? So I don't know. Okay. I suppose with any questions you have regarding the leather armor, it is all. He has patterns for it. He does encourage you to, if you gotta make it, to go ahead and creativity as you could possibly have. Very easy to work with. It is a very small shop. This company has less than 15 employees. A lot of them are temps. Some of them are just volunteers like myself. Be a manager and do paper, and that's I kind of still do, but I can no longer be in a management position for them. Just and booth managers for most of our booths. However, he would like to to run all of his booths so that he can actually stay at the shop and whatever for one weekend out of the bus and stay home. We don't do greaves. I don't do pouches, bracelets, wristbands. We do a lot of. We do for Magic the Gathering. The double as being able to hold pepper spray. We've even done keychains, but we have. I'm trying to think because there's so many things going on. And that's actually one of the things we're really known for. Their name on actually claw paws, and that pink set of claw paws is actually the exact and tooth, and they were claw paws, which were actually made slightly softer than hands. The post that was made on Tumblr was made by one of our girls that used to run the Tumblr. And that post has gone worldwide, and we have sold claw paws. It's ridiculous. And just remember, you can custom order claw paws at any time. Order, I mean, you can pick where you want the claws and the paw to be, and we can do it. We have a whole array of colors. Sometimes they have glow in the dark. We have gray, and we also have, I believe, like an off-white and ivory. We also do what we call our ground pounders, which are like, they're like that don't claw in them. They're mitts, we call them ground pounders. Claw gauntlets, claw that has the wrist. I did mention the leather wrist, and we also do things like skirt hikes and the Renaissance fair people. Actually, I do have one here. What a skirt hike is. It's this little thing on my belt, this little thing, and you loop it through those little D-rings so that you don't trip over it. We also do chokers. Back in the day, we ties, which we now do folders because these don't. Once in a while, we will occasionally do leather wrapped jars. Logan does about 3 of these a year. They usually go on with employees. I have full that we've done. I can show you anything to show you the kind of quality of work that he does. Good work. He does things, and have his stuff that he didn't want to sell because it was too low quality, and those are not the things that I'm going to show you today. Another thing, like we do have a couple flasks. We bring them to fairs. A lot of people ask us if we do whips, and we do not. Actually, we are saying that he doesn't want to sell anything that he can't explain to a 5-year-old. And he can't really explain a whip to a 5-year-old, so he doesn't want it. However, we do make cuffs. A connection between the two things. We're done. Can cozies out of leather. We did 3 of those. I think we might have 1 left. At the bottom, there is so much more that we can make. We do a lot of chest pieces. Chest pieces are our thing, and Logan does a lot of very interesting work, and he's got a lot of new designs, and well, it's really great. It is really great. I'm very excited that I would love to take the apprenticeship myself. However, I am unfortunately disabled and unable to travel, and I also have very well would not like traveling much myself. Very hard on my cripple now. Well, my job description video, clothing, and we can make sure you get supplied to work hours. You'll be required to tally up taxes. But there's always me. I am always available to help you sort out the tally at the end of the day and pay the taxes and pay the claim and stuff. I can walk you through a lot of the I for multiple years, so I know. I'm just in my position anymore. End this stream because I want to smoke more. Oh, to make more. So I can't really do that on stream, but with me, I will need to ask questions obviously before you. I will be screening people. Anybody can apply. I don't care if you're male. I don't care if you're gender, whatever. And Logan doesn't care either. For you as whatever you want to be referred to. And that's a lot of it. If you are disabled, but you can travel. Don't think that unless it hinders your ability to travel, unfortunately, that does become an issue. But if you are located in Minnesota, you are more than welcome to take apply for an in-shop apprenticeship where you don't have to travel, and that's always an option as well. I'm sure he would love to have more than one apprentice, one that stays in the shop and one that travels. So if you're disabled and can't travel but live in Minnesota or moving to Minnesota or going to be in Minnesota, you can apply for an in-shop. Yep. Because we do have a show in Minnesota. So I think about that, but you can also stop making it. And if you can do paperwork, and know how to prepare taxes, can do taxes, amend and audit taxes. I buy you a set of whatever freaking gauntlets you want. And taxes. And when I say like gauntlets, I mean that's actually kind of a crappy deal. If I say bracers are about $100, $150. This is like a $300. If you can do taxes and audit taxes, I will pay for half of your chest piece. And I just realized I have an accountant already, but if you're going to do taxes, still send me a message. Still let me know if you can do paperwork, if you can do taxes, if you can do paperwork and you're located in Minnesota and Minneapolis. Send me a message. Bold letters. Work and I live in Minnesota. Because you, my friend, will be a priority. Because you, my friend, I will train you how to do his job. Or do this job. And it is very simple. And once in a while, when you go through his receipts, you find money. $11. Anyway, I am tonight. I pretty much am starting to talk into circles. And I don't like to talk into circles for very long, and I think I've already talked myself into two, and I'm getting hungry. And I'm going to pull down this hour, so there's Taco Bell for the fourth time this week. But it's -13, so we're not going to do that. Anyway, crew, if you're still here, great. Otherwise, I am going to message you on Twitch and pretty much try to type out everything I just said. Anyway, if you're interested, message. I love you all. Have a good night, and I am going to try to figure out how to turn this thing off. I have no idea how. I just realized for some reason my camera turned off. And that kind of pisses me off. And that pisses me off because I live this. So, no. I don't know how long for, and I think it might have turned off when I room thing, and I'm sorry. I look there. I feel like I look very a bit, and my lamp's a little fucked up. I love this dress. I just dyed my hair. My eye makeup is on point, and I feel decent. Am I right? I'm right. So, I do not know how long the webcam was on for. Possibly a good thing because I might not have made some very actually watch my face as I talk. So I know I'm not like doing different. It looks like this. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good night. Send me a message, or you can also send me an email. And my email is cyankelly.ima, which is cyankelly.kojima. And you can email me at any time, day or night, and I will respond to you when I am able, which is usually within 24 to 48 hours. I will be screening people. Please do. God, I'm going in circles. See, this is like I don't know if I've done this. In your application for the apprenticeship, please include your past employment history. It's not really relevant, but we just like to know. We're not gonna call your employees. We just want to know. And if you don't have any, great. And if you don't have any prior employment history, it could be bad habits. Or not bad habits. Also, education. I don't care. We don't care if you're a adult or educated. Just want to know. And please also include your living situation. Whether, we don't care if you're married. Just roommates, travel, like living situation. You know, is your living situation does it allow you to be available for travel? Or can you travel with your living situation? And can you travel? You would be traveling about 40 out of 52 weeks out of the year. It can even be up to 40. It's long, but you know what? It's a lot of fun. Yes, you can drink. Drug addict? Play anyway. See what happens. We don't drug test. Never have, never will. And that's about it. You've been to jail if you're a felon. No. Go ahead. I've had a very long day. I got 3 hours of sleep last night. Now I'm getting silly to the point. I'm getting delirious to the point that I'm kind of silly. And I'm finding myself, I'm finding myself amusing myself. Autistic? Don't matter. Well, I had an autistic volunteer 2 years ago. It was pretty cool. Sometimes comfortable, but once we discussed it with him, that was kind of adorable. So I'll tell him that don't back me into a corner. If I can't see a way out, I get nervous. So just make sure that or make sure there's space for me to like walk through if I need to. So every time he'd come up to talk to me, he'd be like, Cyan, and then he'd go like this and put his arms out and make sure and start talking. Had a lot of bad habits we had to. Yeah. Um, so yeah, Stronghold is a very open company, very adapting, very understanding as well. We're progressive, I would say. I'm a 30-year-old disabled with MS. I can't be out in the heat, and I would work 90-degree days to the point that I was sick and couldn't walk. I physically could not do my job for the last 2 years. He didn't want to fire me, so instead of firing me, he hired an assistant to help me do my job. And by hiring that assistant, he put payroll at about 23%, which meant we lost money or fired me. I had to leave because I moved halfway across the state, and I can't drive 4 hours a week to go down there for 3 days and come back up. Especially because I couldn't do my job before, and it just took me a while to kind of see it because I just loved it so much. I love working for him. I love the company. I love the people. I love the fair. The fair is my family. I don't have the greatest family, like people I'm related to. The only one side, and there's like literally like one member of maybe, no, I'm sorry, there's two. The Renaissance Fair, they adopted me almost instantly. And they showed me what family is supposed to be like. And they taught me that the blood of the covenant of the womb, which is the full statement of blood is, and these people, the stuff that they did for me, like the people that barely knew me and would just do wonderful things. People give me a rickshaw. Albums walking through the parade on Sunday, but nobody wanted me to pull out because they knew that was my favorite part of the day was marching parade, and it was at a speed that I could keep up with my cane. Just wonderful people. I mean, I've gotten strangers have given me pins like for my clothing, and my friend Dorothy gave me because I made her a hat. Um, She made me these. I actually have them right here because I almost wore them today. And they are absolutely fucking gorgeous threads. So why are they not here? That's very odd. Just working for the Renaissance Fair, working for a company like Logan for the Renaissance Fair is unlike any job I've ever had. And I've done a lot of weird jobs. I've been there. I've been took a formal sales associate. I've, like everybody on the planet, I've done retail for countless amounts of years. I've done CNA and nursing work. I've done journalism. I've done creative writing. I've done many jobs. I've done a lot of. I worked as a ride jock at a carnival. I sold tickets at a carnival. Like I worked rides and games. I worked a lot of weird jobs. But there's something about the Renaissance Fair that's different. Like these people look out for each other. They do. There's some city boy from California who's just working the summer to get spending money. They don't judge people. They don't turn their nose up at people. They don't. They're the most loving and generous people. A lot of people, a lot of these companies, a lot of these businesses, they don't make a lot, and they stay small because obviously to but like when the Texas flooded like 2 years ago, a lot of people lost everything. One of my bosses, our king, lost everything. We lost armor that we had. I lost some of my personal armor even, but I don't care about that. But I don't even know why I brought it up. But obviously I care a little bit then. But he lost armor pieces he had had for 15, 20 years. He was stuck in a tree and he knows how long he was stuck in a tree waiting for rescue. And the Renaissance Fair came together and companies gave like clothing and everything they could. Like Jumpy was one of the people that lost everything, and like all the clothes that he had were what the Renaissance Fair people donated. And he's like it was. You went into this tent and they were just bottles, and you just took what you needed, and like nobody was greedy. Nobody like went overboard. They took like 2, 3, maybe 4 outfits, and that was it, you know. And these aren't cheap clothing. These are like clothes that are like handmade. Like, you know, a pair of pants, just one of the pair of pants that Jumpy got, he said was like almost $70. I asked for a pair of pants before, but companies that their profits are so small for them to give so much stock that, you know, it's really a sign of humanity, and it's the Renaissance that brought a lot of my faith in humanity back. There was one day where I had 2 couples in my shop, and I was talking to one of them, and they announced they were getting married. And the couple behind them turned around, and the woman pulled 2 silver wine goblets out of her purse and gave them to this couple. And said, this is for your wedding. We bought a set. We were looking for a couple who was engaged to give this for us. You're not going to find that at the... Who's going to do that at me or Kohl's or... A really wonderful way to live. If you're alright going without electricity every now and then, and having to wear some of the most style clothing, but I can tell you what, my Renfair clothes are my comfiest, and sometimes electricity is overrated. Oh, this guy's making an appearance, and this is my buddy Beefy. And he really wants to be on camera because he never actually comes to stands on my lap like this. So, Beefy, you want to show everybody on YouTube how beautiful you are? Now, Beefy applied for the apprenticeship, but Logan said no felines. So, if you are a feline, I'm sorry, this job is not open for you. But Beefy here is that I have ever seen. Well, not quite. He's 30 pounds, and he's just massive. And he's just kind of chilling. But people come together, and the way they love and the way they act together, even just customer to vendor interactions are different. You pay more, but you pay for a lot of the you pay for a small business for them to literally pay their employees to support themselves for quality. I spent $200 on a pair of boots at Son of Sandlot 6 years ago, and they're still almost brand new. I've never had the issue. Like, the best shoes I've ever owned. I'm not a shoe person. I have 5 pairs of shoes. I got a pair of Ugg boots, a pair of slippers, regular boots, a pair of heels, and a pair of tennis shoes, but they're in storage because I wore my flats. That's all I own. I've never, aside from my, I haven't bought a pair of shoes in almost 6 years. And I'm probably not, and I work part-time in a shoe store. I've been saying 16 minutes now, and I keep talking myself in circles. But, so, I guess what I'm trying to conclude is, with this apprenticeship and with traveling to Renaissance fairs, you're going to gain a family. So I hope you're ready for that. Because that's one of the things you kind of can't sneak out, because you can't be a total dick to these people, because that won't. I don't think you would want to. You would feel bad about it. Beefy is literally sleeping with his head on my box of cigarettes. Now that I said something, I know he's sitting on my cigarette box. Show everyone how big you are. I'm a baby raptor. Look at him. Hey. Hey. He doesn't really care for me now, but don't put your paws on. I'll put me down. Woo! Like, yeah, look at how massive he is. He's a huge cat. I want to ride him into battle. she just growled because his tail's in her face, because she's a bitch. Bitch cat. This isn't going to end well. I might want to catch it on webcam. One night after the next, patient requests and no reciprocation. Here you see the woman growling her distaste and her displeasure at the man's request of fellatio again. Growing more and more dissatisfied, the male decides to take camp, putting his genitals very close to the woman's face. He convinced her to give him. The woman, growing ever, looks away in disgust. Here, we see silence, just a look of disgust. The genitals, which BP's weird, so it doesn't really work, but that's what it would sound like if I narrated a documentary about cats. I am very sleep deprived right now. Alright. We've been pleasuring herself with the male's constant voice or noise her. His constant bound to reciprocate always fails. The woman seeks to pleasure herself, deliberately turning away from the man's exposed genitals. Have a good night.